one of the most important figures in modern psychology, a man who significantly influenced the way the world understands human behavior. He greatly inspired Abraham Maslow and other influential psychologists, and he is argued to be the father of modern positive psychology. If you would like to learn about Alfred Adler, the founder of the School of Individual Psychology, please stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Abdu, and today I would like to go with you through a brief introduction of the great Austrian psychologist Alfred Adler. Before we go further into this brief introduction, I would like to share with you that I consider myself a beginner when it comes to understanding Alfred Adler. And I believe by sharing this with you, we can understand the man better. I started reading Carl Gustav Jung about a year ago, and Jung himself advised that someone would need to read Alfred Adler before reading Jung himself. So I decided to follow his advice, and I'm very thankful that I did. Along with Sigmund Freud and Carl Gustav Jung, Alfred Adler pioneered depth psychology, a school of psychology that emphasizes unconscious processes. In 1902, Alfred Adler accepted the request of Sigmund Freud to join his group discussion. These group discussions eventually became the Vienna Psychoanalytic Society. Adler served as the president of the Vienna Psychoanalytic Society until 1912, in which he broke up with Sigmund Freud. Adler denounced Freud for his overemphasis on sexuality. Instead, Adler believed that the strive for superiority was the motivating force behind human behavior. And as a result, Adler founded the School of Individual Psychology. Although it is individual, etymologically it means indivisible, and therefore Adlerian psychology investigates the human being as a unified whole. Adler believed that every human being is striving for a goal, and therefore to understand a human being, we need to understand the goal that they're going after. He also believed that as human beings, we are striving to become better. Just as a little crawling kid strives to overcome that inferiority and keeps trying until they can eventually walk, Adler believed that every human being is striving to overcome an inferiority. He believed that we are striving to go from minus to plus, from inadequate to adequate. To understand Alfred Adler better and to grasp why he came up with his theories, I believe it is important to give a little bit of a context. Alfred Adler was born in 1870 to a middle-class secular Jew family in Vienna, Austria. Adler was the third child and the second son of a 7-children family. His inferiority feelings started very early. He suffered from rickets, which delayed his walking, and by the age of 5, he was suffering from pneumonia. As he was sickly, his mom used to take care of him, but he was dethroned by his brother, leaving him with intense feelings of jealousy. It's also said that he experienced the death of his brother at an early age, which left him with intense fear of death. He got overly sickly, and his father was told that he is going to die. These serious medical conditions, in addition to his competition with his brother, led to his feelings of inferiority throughout his childhood. However, Adler did not give up. He compensated through persistence. He went to college, became a medical physician, a psychiatrist, and eventually he made himself the man that we know about today, with all his great contributions to humanity. From Adlerian perspective, it is okay to feel inferior. And when a human being feels inferior, they try to compensate, just like Adler himself did. However, when we fail to compensate, we develop what he called inferiority complex. An inferiority complex, in short, it is that feeling of stagnation, that feeling of insecurity, that I am not good enough, that I can't really make it because this or this or that. And for Adler, when this inferiority complex is not dealt with, it can actually grow into what he called overcompensation, and basically to a superiority complex. A superiority complex, in simple words, is trying to hold on to an external authority figure or anything that is related to power to try to assert an idea about ourselves that we are powerful. So to summarize, Adler believed that human beings are goal-oriented and they are striving to overcome an inferiority and to go from being inadequate to being adequate. When this strive for superiority goes wrong, a human being fails to compensate and they develop an inferiority complex that can even go worse and become a superiority complex. In the coming videos, we would investigate Adlerian theories even further. I'm thinking of expanding on the inferiority and superiority complex, and we can go even further and discuss more theories, just like the guided fiction and social interest, and many more. To learn more about Adlerian psychology, please consider hitting the bell and the subscribe button down there to be notified whenever a video is being uploaded. For the factual information that I reported in this video, don't forget to check out the resources that I left in the description box below. Thank you so much for your listening, and until we see each other next time. Bye.